Hello and welcome back to the channel. I hope that your Monday is somewhat decent or if anything spectacularly even. Cause all honesty, legit Mondays are very much the starting point between it's either good or bad. Especially depends if you wake up, especially in my category, if you wake up, that basically already says what mood you're gonna be in. It really do just start whatever happens from the starting point you waking up to how life continuously to just seep lower and lower. But I really do hope that your day is going fantastic, extravagant, or if anything, very spectacular. Or if anything, you're just really trying to do the best as you can. Legit, that's already a whole like high hopes right then and there. But it actually comes from a place of sincerity because again, some people really just try best as you can, just move forward and continuously not to hit your head against the wall. Personal experience. I've been there, so. But I really do hope that you're okay and give it between your boss or coworkers is giving you a headache at work. It's not worth it. That crash out is definitely not worth it. And then buying up between either certain circumstances that happen between personal life or somebody at home. Or if anything, if you have not have anybody checked in on you, this is a whole check-in confirmation for you. So I'm checking in on you. I hope you're okay. I hope you're doing well. And I hope you continuously to do well regardless of whatever burdens is on your shoulders. Because again, everybody moves in life differently and everybody has a different story to tell. But again, it's Monday, the start of the week. Some people days basically have already started and ended. Some people days still continuously to move on, or some people day even starts. Everybody moves differently, but everybody has different circumstances that goes on. But coming from a person that actually experienced so much between being in my own way, being inside my own head, which is my own mental prison, and then legit being surrounded by noise that continuously to cloud any judgment between yourself. It's a struggle. Trust me, I know the struggle, and boy, does a lot to you. Especially if you just want somebody to finally listen, or if anything, you just basically want somebody to pull you to the side and literally just ask you simple questions. Are you okay? Or if anything, just legit have. If you're the type of person that can't exactly open up your feelings as much you would like to, or if given between if you're the type of person who's avoidant and who has trust issues and well let's be honest half of that mostly experience between circumstances and people that we once trusted in our life but things happen and it will leave you in a very sour disposition to open up or trust anybody again. So clearly, you're not gonna exactly have that much open trust towards for anybody else. I get it, because like me personally, people continuously actually like, why are you either silent or why don't you let people in? It's the fact that legit people don't understand of a certain viewpoint that happens. Or if anything, when you literally try to explain it, when you actually decide to be vulnerable, it falls on deaf ears. Nobody is listening or paying to listen or actually show any ounce of care, which basically makes a person feel more like a vault, just continuously to not lean on anybody or continuously not to trust at all. So actually, if you do have somebody that's willing to show the fact of every checkpoint box they show that they are trustworthy and continuously to show up even when you don't ask it. But unfortunately, when you dealt with so much in the past, that small little glimpse of hope feels very much sketchy because you're just basically waiting for the other shoe to drop, or if anything, waiting for a chair to be pulled under you, or a rug or whatever metaphor you want to go with. But it's just that type of energy or feeling that somebody would enjoy, just have somebody just understand completely. Or if anything, if you're just the type that really just don't open up, you want somebody to just sit beside you, like, okay, I get it. You definitely went through some hard shit that I can never understand. Nobody else can ever understand. So instead of forcing it, just go ahead and sit beside you. But like, just talk whenever you feel like it. And just doing that can actually just go a long way. But unfortunately, between work culture, especially certain places, if you're just really just trying to show up as yourself, or well, anything, continuously to have a whole work life balance where you're literally just saying work is work, my personal life does not involve any of you. Somehow that still leads into more of an issue because again, you're just trying to mostly keep work and private separate, but unfortunately that would still bleed over and then it caused even more of a mess. It's like not exactly a whole issue that you just don't want to trust people, but unfortunately some workplaces are just very toxic. Experience it and also seeing it with my own eyes. And then also heard between, well, we live in a digital age of social media, so you know you're gonna come across videos, stories, posts, the work. So you're just gonna come across a lot of videos or anything that talks about toxic work, which puts more of a person, more of a whole disposition. Especially again, if you have somebody who just either minding their business, like they're socialized, but again, it's like they don't want nothing to do with you outside of work. It's just like, no, we're only work colleagues. That's about it. I do not trust you that much because I don't know what type of life you have, and I don't want it to spill into mine. Or if anything, I don't want to legit open up, and then whatever vulnerability I have, you just spread it to the office or workplace like wildfire. Then everybody know your business, and then it puts you more in a hole, emotional exhaustion, and continuously to put the wall up more and more. But again, personal experience, I get it. But it really do just help when you just don't want somebody just to go ahead and just like act like Superman or anything, or go up and beyond. You really do just want like a whole small moment that could literally just like make somebody's day feel a little bit brighter, or just better for you to feel less in your head and just feel more and just like someone of the burden off your shoulders. So trust me, I get it. Especially between if you come from either toxic friends, toxic family, or even a toxic environment, especially between whatever you're living, dealing with, or socialize with, that can take more on a toll on you. But the overall point is I get it. I understand completely. And sometimes we really do want somebody to check up on us, especially legit. Even if you have like trust issues or legit, you really do have a very small like glimmer of hope or anything. You just at least want somebody to give you some ounce of something that shows like, well, okay, I can feel somewhat bit better about myself. And still trying to find some ounce of a silver lining, or if anything, just try to continuously to move forward in your day. Because literally, me personally, I continuously trying to move forward in the day, regardless of the tug of war what goes on myself. So, and everybody's gonna have a tug of war, be it both good and bad. But between self hatred, imposter syndrome, or if anything, you just continuously wonder Why is it worth waking up? And again, I get it. But be it for me, I've been there, experienced it, continuously experienced it. But one thing's for sure, I never exactly deny or lie the fact of legit, if you indeed having a situation, it's gonna come from a place of actual sincerity. So today I had a whole video planned out, but today just keep it simple. Just keep it from a place of actual honesty and sincerity. Because I really do hope that every individual, be it if you watch this or not, or if you do come across it, I do hope that you're okay. I do hope that, regardless of anything, you manage to get out of the environment, the situation. I do hope that you actually get a chance to find your own personal peace and happiness. I hope that for you. I want that for you. It's like legit, everybody wants peace. We want our own comfort. We want to get a chance to move and breathe and not feel continuously to be a war with ourselves, with anybody else. But again, unfortunately, life is going to continuously to life, and there will be circumstances that will continuously to happen out of our controls, and which would make that even more harder to find a silver lining. But I guess if you continuously try, that's sorry enough as it is. Because I know even for me, sometimes I just continuously like, is there even a point? It's like, is there even a chance for me to actually find some point to it all? But then again, I have to remember that comes from a very deep subconscious part of me and a very much of a personal wound that I'm aware that is there. I know that wound is never going to be healed, but being aware of it, it helps me not to continuously to downplay myself or continuously to, well, put myself in a bad light. And trust me, we all have times or days where we continuously to play ourselves in a horrible light. So it's not easy. Just to get out of that energy, it's not. But just trying and see where it does come from and try not to let it get you down as much as possible definitely does help. It does help more when you actually have good support, but when you know the fact that between, if you either feel like you're alone your entire life, especially again, you be like, well, I'm half related like to people. Just because you're related to somebody, even then, that doesn't show they actually will show up and care. Like, trust me, just because you're related, there's a difference between being related and actually showing up for somebody. And the same way could be said for friendships as well. But legit, some people never get a chance to experience it, or some people get a chance to experience that in life. But it's mostly in certain parts and times in our lives that we'll just feel very alone and isolated, and you just at least want a bit of hope or words of encouragement. And I can literally safe to say that so I wish I did have some good voices of encouragement, but life, people, and a lot of lessons that I had to learn from that one. Did it suck? Yes. Did it put me in a much of a very mental fog for a long time? Also yes. But did I continuously try to show up the best that I can even while being at war myself? Yes, even though I didn't want to, but I still tried. And I know that you are too, and I'm pretty sure multiple people on this planet continuously try. I honestly trust me. I'm not exactly over here acting like I'm a whole guru or anything. I'm just an awkward person on the internet, just showing up as it is. Because again, I'll continuously to either have a discussion about a certain thing or have a whole contradiction about myself, or be it between something being a whole rinse or repeat. But again, overall, just showing up as my weird self and basically continuously to show up as me and still give words of sincerity. So I'm not pretending to be anything else. I'm not trying to be anything else. So I already know the fact that I already have a lot of uncomfortable things that I continuously to face regardless of anything, but I know myself the fact that I am indeed trying, and that already shows a lot as it is because I'm not exactly lying to myself. I'm not exactly giving myself false hope. Me just trying already puts me more of a whole better headspace than I was in the past. And with that, I continuously to move forward in life with patience and gratitude. But again, like I said, life will continuously have ups and downs. We all continuously have ups and downs. Things just happen out of nowhere, and a lot of things would just crumble and just make you want to just break down and just scream, curse at God, the universe, everything. But when you finally get a chance to have a moment to breathe and just see everything from the fog that we basically been struggling with so long, you finally get a chance to see there's some silver lining. I won't exactly be like there's a whole rainbow on the other end. That probably pissed somebody off. I'm not gonna do that. But I'm just saying overall, like we go through a fog, and if anything, at one point after the fog and the clouds have finally depart, you get a chance to see some ounce of hope and stability, and feel somewhat the burdens feel less heavy than it was before. Because burdens don't exactly go away overnight. And besides, neither does healing. Healing continuously to move just like life. But regardless of anything, you just continuously to work with yourself, try to work with others, try to continuously give yourself patience and grace, and that's all it takes. But again, life has its moments where it's actually beautiful, and then life has its moments where it's extremely cruel and a pain in the ass. But there's always something out of it. Again, I'm not gonna exactly use the whole analogy. There's always something at the end of the rainbow. Wizard of Oz, not exactly against it, but again, even more for a realistic point. Well, definitely just more towards the fact that you just get a chance to see the sun pierce through the clouds. Finally, get a chance to raise your head and you'll be like, huh, you know what? And not so bad. And then bad enough when you have hustle culture and you continuously have to grind and hustle and just continuously to work yourself to the bone, it gets exhausting even more. Especially since if you have people that says you can rest when you're dead. I I don't go with that analogy because, all honesty, why would you want to work yourself to exhaustion to finally be able to rest? If anything, take any chance that you get a chance to rest. Again, sometimes you really do just need that one day where you just go ahead and Turn off your phone and finally just sleep like a bear. Just hibernate for the whole entire day for you can feel rested again. Or if anything, definitely request like 2 to 3 days off. But then again, some places can't even let you do that, which is even more of a disposition. But you just continuously try to make it work. Or again, especially if you're the type of person who focus more on hobbies, that's more of also a good sign too. So you just mostly get a chance to do what you enjoy and try not to let life get you down. I mean, even though still take life seriously, but at the same time, you still gotta focus on yourself, focus on your own peace, focus on your own personal happiness. So even though we're all taught to feel the same way, think the same way, and move the same way, but some individuals just can't exactly do that. Some feel very restrained. So I already know my ass definitely have felt very restrained for through the past years, and I'm continuously to try to break out of my own comfort zone and my own personal shell, trying to work with myself instead of against myself. I already know it's not going to be an overnight thing, but I've said I'm definitely trying to, and I continuously to do so. Go outside, go for walks, just continuously do things that work for me that actually put a smile on my face and continuously to find my own little hidden joys of life. And it definitely does work. But let me stay on track and not to get off track as too much. But again, another thing I continuously do, show up on here, just go off on track at times. But again, the whole overall thing is just continuously to check in on people and continuously to give actual words of meaning. Like legit, people want words that actually come from actual like actual care, actual concern. Like you want somebody to actually mean it when they say it. But again, I am not a saint. I am indeed a flawed individual who does my fair share of sheer stupidity, a lot of fuck ups. But again, overall, I could still also show up as a human being, just try to exist and try to still give words of encouragement. Because, all honesty, a words of encouragement that comes from a place of honesty, trust, and sincere can just do a lot for a person. Because, again, like I said last time in that video, I cried when I was basically having a whole actual mental emotional breakdown at work and nobody was listening except that one person, and it just took that to finally feel heard, finally be able to say what is wrong, and it definitely did a lot. But also shows the fact that that environment really did not care about anybody's emotional stability, nor did the people. But it definitely did show the fact that you could have one person that can actually see what's wrong and just still say like, "Are you okay?" Pull you to the side, let you cry it out instead of treating you like a robot. Because again, you're not a robot. You're a human being who's flawed, have emotions, a beating heart, and continuously to live regardless of the soul crushing every day. But when you do get a chance to just be able to have the space to feel seen and heard, it does make a part of the heart just feel very relax a bit. But again, legit, like I said, people will still have trust issues regardless of anything. And it's not exactly saying do a whole immediate trust everybody. It just shows the fact that sometimes you just need a glimpse of hope that could just literally get you through anything. And I continuously to find my own little glimpse of hope. And I hope you do as well. But again, like I said, be if you get a chance to come across this video, like legit, I do hope the words actually does help. If you never get a chance to see it, that's fine. I'm gonna still continue to upload regardless of anything. But to be able to still say some words of sincerity and come from an actual place of genuineness, I can still just treat others how I want to be treated. And that's literally with care, compassion, empathy, and respect. Because again, you don't exactly know what person's going on between mentally or whatever goes on behind closed doors. But it just helps any way possible to finally just see a person that whatever struggles they go through, just give somebody of a war. Yeah, that was mean because again, I have a whole stutter thing going on. It just helps to give somebody words of warmth and encouraging to help brighten up their day a bit. Not exactly just gonna say it's gonna be a whole extreme turnaround. Things will still happen, but sometimes you really do just want to have somebody just give you some appreciating words to help you. Like, okay, so the day might suck, but I'm indeed trying the best as I can and continuously to move forward, even being given ups or downs. And that's mostly all it takes. But again, legit, some people day have already started and ended. And if anything, if your day finally ended, legit, I do hope that your day actually went well. Or if anything, give yourself some patience. Like legit, just prep yourself or give yourself a words affirmation, a mirror, or if anybody actually do that, or if anything, treat yourself to the thing that brings you happiness. Either a candy bar, not exactly saying like the whole depression type energy, just something that puts a smile on your face that helps lift up your spirits is what I'm saying. Or if anything, you're the type of person that's still between working or having a night shift job. Again, that's exhausting because working back to back overnight it puts an extreme toll on you between still at night and then between whatever you have to do, especially if you're a parent and you have to work at night, go home, drop your kid off at school, and then you have to do more like house cleaning and then finally get a chance to have a nap squeeze between that one. Yeah, it's exhausting and I get it. It's like it's definitely one of those things that shows what people will go through. But either way, it just still want to go ahead and be empathetic regardless of anything. So really do hope that you're okay. You continuously to be okay. And you continuously just to show up as yourself or try to show up for yourself. Especially if you feel like you're alone. You're not truly alone. Because at the end of all, you still have you. You still have yourself. It just doesn't help between certain circumstances. But again, things will happen. Life will continuously to happen. Things will be out of our controls. But if you continuously to see the fact that you still survive, you still wake up, you still try to move through your day as much as possible, or if you do have love and support and you continuously to show up for others, just make sure that you show up for yourself and that fact that people show up for you too. But my whole timer's for the go out. But I hope you continuously to have a fantastic day. I do hope you continuously just move in life the best as you can and give yourself much grace as possible. Take much rest that you need. And if you feel like legit, if everything's feel too much heavy, too much of a burden, and you just feel like there's no end in sight, try to find somebody that can actually be there for you. But again, I know trust is a whole big thing. Trust me, I have trust issues, but when you do have the right amount of trust, it does help a long way. But if anything, please take care, and I'll see you next time.